I gave you my heart.
Talk to me if you ain't talking about what I wanna hear. It's hard to stay close to home when love don't live that close to here. See where I'm from, it ain't about who you know it all. If I don't come home, just know I do live close enough. I love my city, I hate my city, I love my city, I swear I do. I love my mama, I love my brothers, I love my father.
You ask the question, why are the fans in Detroit so excited about running back out of Georgia, DeAndre Swift? And I'll tell you this, the reason why fans are so excited about DeAndre Swift, and I'm not saying that DeAndre Swift is going to be the starter. I'm not saying that DeAndre Swift is going to be the man. I'm not saying that. But what I am saying is Detroit has always looked for that running back that would be able to be consistent out of the backfield. And they haven't had it, guys. And to be honest, Barry Sanders was the last consistent running back that they had. We know what Barry brought to the table every single season in his NFL career. Barry rushed over 1,000 yards. And the Detroit Lions have been looking for a running back to be able to complement that. And they've gone through a plethora of running backs, but the Lions have not found the running back that has been able to be solid, a running back that can be consistent. And we thought that Kerryon Johnson definitely would be that. And Kerryon still has the #1 spot. But the thing of it is now is that anytime you get something new, you're always going to enjoy that new thing. And DeAndre Swift is a breath of fresh air because you don't know what he's going to be. Everybody is pretty much high on him. It's a lot of teams in the NFL that just want a solid run game. And Detroit has been without a solid run game for a very, very long time. And there is no knock to Kerryon Johnson. Kerryon Johnson right now is the man. He holds that #1 spot. And there's always going to be competition for it. And I think competition is a great thing because it's going to light a fire under that other player that knows that somebody else behind you is trying to take your spot. DeAndre Swift is a breath of fresh air in Detroit because Detroit has been looking for a running back that can be consistent out of the backfield. If you can get somebody that can produce 1,000 yards out of the backfield, that is a great opportunity. And I think that that's what Detroit Lions have been missing. They have been missing a run game. And Kerryon Johnson, he made everybody excited when he rushed over 100 yards. He was the first running back to do it in a very long time. We know Detroit has been putrid, at least, in the backfield. And they hadn't had anybody that can run the ball like that. But now, we're looking at 2020. And you ask the question, why did Detroit go out and grab another running back? It's because Detroit wants to run the football. And if Kerryon Johnson can't be healthy enough to be able to give the impact that he needs to give out of the backfield, you have to go and get another running back. And you have to look at it this way. DeAndre Swift was drafted because the Lions liked everything about the kid. And I definitely think that DeAndre Swift is going to be a solid player. How good he will be, we don't know. What is the ceiling for DeAndre Swift? We don't know. Until DeAndre Swift puts on the pads on Sunday, we don't know. We can be excited about what he did in college because he was a very solid running back at Georgia. But can the Detroit Lions utilize DeAndre Swift in the right way? And if the Lions learn how to utilize their weapons, utilize Kerryon Johnson and Swift, they could have a 1-2 punch in the backfield along with Bo Scarborough to complement them. But I believe that that's the reason why a lot of people are so excited and praising DeAndre Swift, who has never played in the NFL yet, is because Detroit has always been looking for that running back. Ever since Barry retired, they have not had a running back in the backfield to be consistent year in and year out. And what do I mean by consistent? Look what Barry did. Barry, 10 straight years of 1,000 yards in rushing. Now, we know that everybody can't do that. Some players can and some players cannot. Some players can be consistent year in and year out because they try to say that the running back is good for 4 seasons and then it's time to move on from him and go to another running back. But that's not the case with every running back. Every running back can be a little different situation. And we're hoping that DeAndre Swift pans out to be the running back that the Detroit Lions need him to be. Because if he pans out to be that running back that Detroit Lions need to be able to scare teams, then I think that sky's the limit with this young fella. So the reason why the fans and everybody's in an uproar over this pick and they're really liking it is because they've always tried to replace Barry Sanders. They have not been able to replace Barry Sanders, and that's the reason why the people are praising DeAndre Swift, who has never even put on NFL pads yet. So hopefully we'll get the best out of DeAndre Swift and that he will be a very, very good running back in Detroit, along with Kerryon Johnson, to make a 1-2 punch, and along with Blow Scarborough as well. But I think that this kid is very talented. I saw everything that he can do at Georgia, and now you hope that everything that he was able to do at Georgia translates to the NFL. And once that happens, you better watch out, and opposing teams better watch out, because they've always played Detroit preparing for the pass. They've never had to prepare for the run. And now you're going to have to prepare for our running backs, especially if Kerryon stays healthy and DeAndre Swift is coming in slicing and dicing. You better be watching out for us, because we're not going to just lay down anymore. We're going to be a team that comes out there and take it by force. And I think that that's what we need to do. We need to be able to take it by force. So the reason for the praising of DeAndre Swift is simply this. Detroit has been looking for that running back, and they have not found that running back. We thought that Kerryon Johnson was going to be that consistent running back, but injuries sometimes happen. It can happen to anybody. So hopefully DeAndre Swift will turn out to be that star running back that Detroit has been needing, that Detroit has desperately needed in the backfield. We want this thing to pan out. We want DeAndre and Kerryon to work. And the reason for the praising of this running back is because it's simple and it's mathematical. The Detroit Lions have always needed a running back to replace Barry Sanders, and they have not found that guy. And that's the reason for the praising of the new running back out of Georgia, DeAndre Swift. This is my story to you, and I tell you this, that I'm rooting for DeAndre Swift to be the best NFL running back that he can be, because I know coming from college, it's not going to be an easy thing. But I think that this kid has what it takes to keep rising to the top, and hopefully Detroit will be able to do what they need to do. I'm out of here. Peace.
I gave you my heart.